Oh, it's good to have you with us today. I know that all this bad economic news has a lot of us worried, certainly. We're all wondering, how do I protect my financial future? Well, we're talking to our personal finance expert to help answer some of your questions here. Terry Savage is a columnist for the Chicago Sun-Times, and she's back with us from Chicago to take those questions. Hi, Terry. Thank you so much.
Hi, Christy.
All righty, let's get right to our viewers here. This is what it's all about. Darlene, how are you?
Just fine, and you?
You go ahead with your question.
Okay, our 401k is in different stocks. We are planning on taking it out around 3 to 4 years for retirement. Should we leave all of our money in our 401k or roll it over into an IRA or something else? 3 to 4 years for retirement.
Well, if you're planning to take your money out in 3 or 4 years, I'm sure you're not planning to take it all out because you'll pay taxes on it, ordinary income tax rates. But what you are like is many people who are approaching retirement, and you want to have diversified into some more conservative investments so that when you do start withdrawing at retirement, you won't be forced to sell stocks if they're still down. So you've waited a little long to make this, quote, asset allocation decision, but I think just for peace of mind, you want to start moving some of your money into more conservative things so that when you do withdraw, and you'll do that over a period of years, so you'll still need some stock market growth because hopefully you'll live 20, 25 more years in retirement. So you need some of each and a little more conservative things now so when you start withdrawing, you won't have to sell stocks.
All right, great. Darlene, thank you. And we want to go now to Angela, who is from Maple Heights, Ohio. Hi, Angela.
Hi, dear. How are you?
Good, thank you. Go right ahead.
Yes, I'd like to know what part of all this covers my annuities. I have placed my money. I'm retired. I have placed my money in Allstate and Pacific Life and New York Life. Okay, and what I would like to know is what this has to do with my annuities. Am I affected at all? Should I get a little panicky and take them out before they're due and put them like in a CD, or just wait, or what would you suggest?
No, I would suggest that you not worry about it. First of all, you've named some of the larger and best funded life insurance companies. These are not life insurance companies that were making mortgage loans, and they weren't, so far as we know, involved in the derivatives business. And even with AIG, which did have divisions that were involved in riskier businesses, the government signaled its intent that savers in those regular insurance annuities would be protected. So you don't have to worry about that. You're going to let your money grow tax deferred. You're probably invested some of it in stock market accounts beneath the annuity. That may have a little drawdown on it, but you should not panic over tax deferred annuities.
All righty. Thank you so much, Angela. Good to hear from you. We want to go to a couple of emails now, Terry, that we've received. This one is from Marlena in Willoughby, Ohio. She says, right now, I'm looking to purchase my first home, but I'm so concerned with the economy that if I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do with my money, what do? I don't want to pay rent anymore, but I don't want to lose everything in a house because of unforeseen problems arising in our country. What is my safest bet? Do I continue to pay rent and hold on to my assets, or do I go ahead and purchase a home in this unstable economy so that I may begin to build some sort of equity?
Well, actually, that's a wonderful, wonderful email, and it illustrates the point that in the middle of every crisis, there's an opportunity. And Marlena, if you have the money for a down payment and a good credit record, now, unfortunately for someone else who loses a home, you can buy a home at a relatively bargain price. So to the extent that you can get a home and can get it financed because of your good credit and down payment, and that you still have a little extra cash because every homeowner knows something will come along, the roof will leak or the furnace will go, so you're not strapped without any extra cash, this would be a wonderful time to go looking for a bargain. And the U.S. economy will come back. The housing market may take a long time to come back. This is the house where you're going to live. And that's why home ownership has always traditionally been such a very good investment, except when it got out of whack for a couple of years. So it's your opportunity.
Okay, good to know. Terry, this next question from Christina is a two-parter, so I'm going to ask you the first part.
Okay.
One, I max out my 403B contribution each year. In light of the current situation, would I be better off lowering that contribution and saving the cash that my paycheck would increase by? By the way, my employer does not match any funds contributed, and I realized that the increase in cash received would be diminished by payroll taxes and affected by rising inflation. So that's the first one. first question.
Okay, well, you've got that part exactly right. You know, there's an old savage truth: if you don't see it, you won't spend it. For sure, if the money lands up in your paycheck because you didn't put it in the 401k, you'll figure out something to do with it. Whereas if you put it in the 401k, even in these uncertain stock market times, and if you're going to contribute for that 401k over the next 10, 15, 20 years maybe, you're going to get a chance to make your money grow tax deferred and bet on the future of America and your own retirement. So I would say, sad that your employer doesn't match, but keep deducting that, keep putting it in your 401k, keep investing in the market.
All right, Terry, I'm sorry we've run out of questions or time for that second question, but at least we got our first one in. Thank you all so much, Terry. Thank you. Always
Thanks.
good to hear from you and hear your expertise. We appreciate
Anytime.
it.